During this COVID-19 pandemic, we can see last 2 years, even like countries like Netherlands and United States, Japan, India, etc. They have sent vaccines to Sri Lanka. And more prominently now, recently shipments are airlifted from Netherlands through. But we can see at the same time countries like United Kingdom, France, or Germany, or even Italy, or Norway, or Canada, where there is a large Sri Lankan Tamil population, are very biased towards the Sinhala people and Sri Lanka, because they have never dispatched a single COVID vaccine during this time. Neither Canada, United Kingdom, or France, or Germany, or Norway, or Switzerland in Geneva, human rights, voices, human rights bodies, they never dispatch a single, COVID-19 virus, vaccinations to Sri Lanka. So then, aren't the people in Sri Lanka deserve the vaccines? Because just because they are, the Canada or the Norway or the Switzerland or Geneva-based groups, or the Germany-based groups, political groups, or the France or the Italy or the United Kingdom-based groups, don't they know that the vaccinations work, universally to all ethnic groups and religions? That doesn't mean only Sinhala people or Tamil people die in this country, right? Everybody faces the same consequence. So as long as once you neglect your, right actions during this time, what will happen is it won't give any outcome, desired outcome, because as I said earlier also, the whatever the political opinion you can have, whether Tamil Leelam or devolution of power, or provincial council, or if you don't like Rajapaksha family, or if you like Ranil Wickramasinghe, or anyone, or etc., or if you like even Prabhakaran, that those are political opinions. But political opinions are normally narrow, whether it's Prabhakaran's LTT political or Tamil transnational government of Tamil Leelam political objectives, or anybody else in Sri Lanka's politicians political object, they are narrow. What more like deep, values are more towards one's country. So if they are neglected, and entire Sri Lankan Tamil diaspora abroad focuses on narrow political, objectives, well, that of course can be the downfall of the Sri Lankan Tamil diaspora in West, in Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Norway, and United Kingdom. Because according to the nature's laws, if you don't do the right things with the right intentions, it won't, bring any positive outcome. It ultimately, the people who did not or acted in omission when they had to act, by not talking or not raising a voice themselves, like that shows they have been subjected to slavery type conduct by these LTT people there. So then, of course, the same consequences where they had to face from the same LTT people operating in the West. At the same time, you can see the Sri Lankan army, and especially the Sri Lanka army, they have been doing a lot of work to help the Sri Lankan Tamil people who got affected during the war. And a war is a war. If LTT did a war, we also did the same war. That's how to end the war. You can see that Pearl Harbor was attacked by Japanese, and Americans bombed, to Hiroshima, more prominently, and Nagasaki, with 1,000 times more stronger way. So same way, if LTT brutally carried out a, ethnic cleansing of Sinhala people, the same way it ended in a Tamil genocide in Muravaikal. War is a war. You can't have any sympathy during a war. As Americans ended the Japanese ruthless rule, same way Sri Lanka also ended the LTT ruthless rule. So you cannot take it as a political issue. Those are fundamental Crimes by LTT is a basic crime that must be accepted. Then you must raise a voice about your country, especially, no need to talk about the military, but at least the other Sinhala people, nobody talks about them now. So then, how can we share the knowledge about telepathy, teleportation, or self-copying, or various, new techniques, new knowledge to the people who don't, act based on knowledge, but who keep on acting based on the slavery behavior of the LTT groups, and then subject and keep silent or act in omission or indirectly do other work, then that, of course, once more a failure of the knowledge based economy. And Sri Lanka cannot take any responsibility for that, because we cannot share knowledge with people who don't deserve knowledge. Knowledge is only meant for kind and loving people who deserve it.